The purpose of going for a hike, ironically, is not to get to the top. It's to be on the trail. If you focus on the freaking trail, whatever step you're on, and you keep reminding yourself, this is gonna lead me somewhere, that is where the meaning comes in your life. Because
what if I told you that every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're actually saying no to yourself, your ideas, and the life you truly deserve? In the words of Steve Jobs, it's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. Today, we're going to look into one of the most powerful words in the English language, no. A word that has the ability to change your life. But the most important thing is, how do you say it without feeling guilty? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to say no with grace and confidence and take control of your life. Now you are wondering, why is this word so powerful and strong that it helps you regain focus and energy only on the things which matter the most? Let's talk about the importance of saying no. You may prioritize your well-being and establish limits by saying no. Reminding yourself and others of the value of your time, effort, and mental well-being is an effective act of self-respect. Saying no to things that drain you makes room for things that make you feel better. Any yes to pointless diversions is a no to your aspirations. You may regain your attention and energy by learning to say no and focusing it on the things that are really important. According to a study by the famous magazine Entrepreneur that looked at businesses with different employee engagement levels, those with high engagement saw a 22% boost in profitability and a 21% increase in productivity. This implies that corporate performance can be significantly enhanced by concentrating on necessary tasks and declining non-essential ones. In the words of Brené Brown, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. For some people, saying no could be quite tricky. It might not be as easy as it seems, be it their people-pleasing tendencies, fear of missing out, or lack of confidence. It's time to talk about the most common reasons due to which it becomes difficult for people to say no. The sense that one is either unaware of or missing out on events, experiences, information, or life choices that could improve one's quality of life is known as fear of missing out. In a world driven by social media, fear of missing out has become more prevalent as people compare their lives to others' highlight reels. Overcoming it requires developing self-awareness and learning to embrace the present moment without constantly seeking external validation. Mel Robbins often speaks about overcoming the fear of missing out as a key to personal growth and success. According to Robbins, when we stop obsessing over what we might be missing, we unlock the potential to make decisions that align with our own values and goals, leading to greater personal fulfillment and growth. Mel Robbins once said, "You can't do it all, and that's okay. Focus on what matters most and let the rest go." One of the most important things which are hindering your growth is the constant desire to please others. It indirectly makes you lose your value, and people stop respecting you eventually. Do not let this get in the way of unlocking your true potential. When you live for the approval of others, you are owned by their opinions. The desire to please others results in loss of authenticity. It leads to suppressing personal values, opinions, and needs, making it harder to build genuine relationships and self-confidence. In the words of Penny Reid, "Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm." Constantly seeking approval can be emotionally draining, as it places the validation of yourself in the hands of other people. Thus, it often leads to stress, anxiety, and burnout. In the words of Jim Rohn, "Don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality." Now, let's talk about the strategies you can use to learn to say no. By evaluating requests, you may ascertain whether they are in line with your career or personal objectives. By concentrating on the most important things, you can make sure that your time and efforts are dedicated towards meaningful projects. As Jack Canfield once said, "The ability to say no to the wrong things gives you the freedom to say yes to the right ones." In the words of Warren Buffett, the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. When describing what you can and cannot do, be straightforward and precise. "I can't take on this project right now, but I can assist next week," for example, expresses your limitations while providing a solution. Being firm but polite is an essential element of effective leadership and communication, according to Brian Tracy.
Successful men and women are those who work almost all the time on high-value tasks. Unsuccessful men and women are those who waste their time by wasting the minutes and hours of each day on low-value activities.
According to his beliefs, assertiveness is about openly expressing your demands and thoughts while showing respect for other people, not about being violent. He recommends, for example, saying something like, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to take this on right now," in a composed and assured manner. Saying no is a way to put yourself first and concentrate on what's really important, not a sign of selfishness. By establishing boundaries, you safeguard your energy for pursuits and connections that are consistent with your principles and objectives. In the words of Simon Sinek, leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. Learning to say no was a life-changing experience for Oprah Winfrey, who has freely discussed this. She frequently agreed to requests out of guilt in the early years of her work, since she battled with the dread of failing other people. But as her obligations increased, she came to the realization that taking on too much left her exhausted and diverted from her actual priorities. Realizing that her time was a valuable resource, Oprah started practicing saying no in a polite and straightforward manner. She once said, "You have to know what sparks the light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world." You may prevent burnout and maintain your motivation by turning down jobs that don't fit with your mission. You may devote your whole attention to the responsibilities you have selected when you have fewer obligations. Saying no increases productivity by allowing you to focus on tasks and commitments that truly align with your goals and priorities. A research by PubMed Central indicates that individuals with higher emotional intelligence, which includes the ability to set boundaries and say no when necessary, tend to have better mental health, job performance, and leadership skills. This skill enables individuals to set boundaries, manage their workload effectively, and make decisions that align with their long-term objectives. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, credits much of his success to his ability to focus on what matters most. In an interview, Gates mentioned, "We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction." In order to focus on Microsoft's long-term objectives and help the business become a global leader in technology, Gates frequently refused short-term distractions. Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was well known for his ability to refuse requests. According to a quote from Jobs, "I'm as proud of what we don't do as I am of what we do." He was able to concentrate on developing genuinely creative products that transformed technology by learning to say no to pointless features, concepts, and initiatives. One of the main reasons Apple became one of the most valuable firms in the world was his ability to streamline and concentrate on the important things. In this video, we've successfully uncovered the importance of saying no and the strategies of how you can say no with confidence and without feeling guilty. By saying no to unimportant things, you make way for the important things. Always value yourself above others. People will respect you even more, and you will find more time to concentrate on your tasks. This is the only way to success. Start practicing the art of saying no now. Give yourself the ability to say no and see how your life changes as a result. Take control now, because your future is too vital to let distractions ruin it.